Hi there, Libra. Welcome to Dredge Jive Tarot. This week we're going to be doing a 9-card spread. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and look at your overall energies. Those of you new to the channel, just sit back. It's the world in reverse. That the Page of Swords. So you're actively seeking this thing that's seems to be holding you back. What is it? Why is it there? And like I said, those of you new to the channel, we'll be jumping right in with past, present, and future. Person that you're dealing with, the lessons they could be trying to teach you, conscious, subconscious, how you might have handled the situation in the past, and how the Spirit is asking you to handle the situation currently. We'll also kind of be looking into the person that you're dealing with, their direction, their motive, their conscious actions, and how they feel like they're dealing with it, and the face that they're trying to show you. All right, Libra. Three of Wands. In the past, you could have been waiting for something, expecting something. They say the fastest way to a broken heart is expectation. But we're going to go ahead and get the rest of this spread pulled before I start speaking on it, because if not, my ADHD will have us just going around in circles. Current energies is the Nine of Cups in reverse. You could be discontent currently. Something. Most possible future outcome, please, for my Libras. Queen of Wands. There's also a card hiding out. The Queen of Swords in reverse. All right. So the person that you could be dealing with, damn. Okay, I'm kind of picking up where you might be a little stuck and a little unhappy with your current situation, Libra. Those Libras that I'm dealing with. Let's look at your subconscious. Conscious energies. And how you might have handled it in the past. Exactly how you handle it now. And where's Spirit leading you? What's the advice? What's the advice Spirit has for you? Four of Swords. All right. Just rest and reflect on it for a little while longer. Don't exactly let it transform you into or make it guide you. Because then you're actually perceiving a loss or a detriment. You're perceiving it as stuck, and you're not stuck. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is the card of movement. It's the card of communication. You haven't gotten all the information, Libra. You're not stuck. You're just not listening. So let's listen, all right? Let's listen. All right, let's dig. Let's pull a couple of cards for clarifiers. Because what I have for you currently, Libra, is that you might have been expecting something. Didn't necessarily come through. You were anxious and ready. You thought you were ready for this thing. And now you're starting maybe to perceive that this thing is never going to happen. And you need to stop waiting for it or stop expecting it to happen. The past, you would have sealed this door off like it wasn't ever meant to be with the world in reverse. You weren't ever meant to have that or go down that path. But what Spirit is trying to get you to do is to see this Four of Swords. This isn't about pulling yourself off the battlefield. This isn't about recouping. See this card? Looks like a meditation. Looks like a listening. And lo and behold, here in the corner with the world in reverse is the student. This is the Page of Swords. This is actively and attentively seeking new knowledge. You are looking for another way to skin this cat. Person that you're dealing with, Queen of Swords, is a bit of a naysayer. Maybe your camaraderie, your friendship in this person, they're a little bit of a negative Nancy. Let's call them Nancy. Okay, so this Nancy that you're dealing with, they, this is an acceptance of bad advice. How easily have you been convinced of the more negative outcome, the more pessimistic outcome because of the people around you? How many blessings have you given up right before the deadline because of somebody else's inability to see hope or a way through or a light at the end of the tunnel? Libra, how many? Eight of Wands, the bottom of this deck, though, this is about action. This is about communication. This is about incoming communication. Yes, it is. This isn't about people around you stopping you before the end of the finish line, is it? Don't let them stop you before the finish line, Libra. Persevere. Oh, because you were waiting for this communication, weren't you? The Eight of Wands right here. And what you were waiting for this action, you were waiting for this communication. When you did not get it, you didn't continue to wait. You got up and you left. Make the Death card right here. Back to the game. Back to the chessboard. Running away. Escaping. This is about competition. This is about wands. This is about all of the adversaries that come and try to knock you off, right? Not only that, before the Six of Wands, before the triumph, before the steps that lead you in the right direction, there's also the Seven of Wands. So not only do you have to persevere past this to get to the Six, but you also have to persevere against people that would question your motive, your direction, before you actually reach the portion, the Eight of Wands, where it actually comes through. There's a lot of waiting. I see a lot of progression. I see that you still have a long way to go. There's a chance that you could be giving up way before the finish line. See the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. All right. So this Eight of Pentacles, right? This Seven of Wands, the one that I was just talking about, the second round where they try to knock you off your block and kind of set you astray a little bit. Distractions. Different courses of action that lead you away from. But you see, this Queen of Swords here, she's in the upright, Libra. She's in the upright. So this, to me, this is a very you thing. This adversary that you have very, very close to you, this Nancy, this negative speaking, this one that, only sees the negative, this pessimistic kind of person that's leading you astray from your true desire, your true calling. How do you take that and bring it to a more realistic, analytical view instead of pessimistic? Tell me more about what they could be trying to show you. Accepting bad advice. See, the Page of Wands in reverse. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But at your core, at your solar plexus, you want to do it. You believe in it. You can't wait to do it. You're excited to do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Don't listen to your gut. Don't listen to your intuition. Listen to me. Listen to me. Let me rock you. Let me rock your world. Let me rock you off of this thing that you want. Now, mind you, Libra, don't blame them, because they don't know, in essence, what they're actually doing. I don't think they're intentionally trying to mislead you. It just really, it's got a lot going on right now. You've got a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on. They could be talking about something completely different. But best not add to the weight with a sour perspective, right? I think so. I think so. Let's look into them. I want to see what the hell they have going on and why they're showing up in your bubble, because this is pretty important. All right. Don't let them rock you, Libra. Don't let them sway you. Don't give people the power to make decisions that they do not have to deal with the consequence of. I need 3 for the person that Libra is dealing with. Hermit in reverse. It's a card of staying stuck. Story time. They had a journey. The clouds. Control. Heartbreak. The Tower. They had to leave behind something that they did not want to leave behind. It was heartbreaking, and they couldn't control it. They didn't have control over it, but they had to realize that the world didn't revolve around them, and they had to set out this new journey beside it. Okay, so that's just what's going on with them. That's just their thing. It's something that happened to them. It's not you, Libra. It's not you. But they're going to try to point it off on you. They're not very empathetic people. They're kind of stuck on themselves. With the Hermit card here in reverse, it's like they've been there and they've been there and they've been there and they've been there for a long time. They've been stuck on it, obsessed about it. They can't see it from any different angle because they've buried themselves. They've dug themselves this hole. King of Cups, very unempathetic, unable to give. Two cards. They look back negatively on the situation. They know that they do. And they're stuck in a place where they're constantly fighting that themselves. Basically, they are manifesting as the thing that told them they could not have it. They couldn't do this thing. They couldn't succeed. Now they're clinging to that reality. I see. They're clinging to that snake bite. They're clinging, holding on to whatever they have left, not willing to give another inch or give it again. Gemini? Could be a Gemini that you're dealing with. It could be a love that they had or that they were dealing with. Something that they dearly loved, held very high in accordance to themselves. It's the Empress. Okay, and it's funny where it came out is that if they had listened to their intuition, like you're being called to do, see if they had listened to their intuition and come out smelling like roses, so to say, having had the confidence and the perseverance and the allowance to let things happen for them and unfold in front of them, they would be looking back on that thing like, look how smug the Empress looks back. I knew I could do it. I knew I could. But because this thing happened to them, or because they allowed this thing to happen to them, they want to kind of push it onto somebody else. Or they're kind of forcing it. They're forcing you to eat what's on their plate. They're not trying to take accountability for what they did or the decision they made. They're trying to make you take accountability for the decision they made. They're not very stable. They're kind of buried. They're kind of irresponsible. They're kind of at fault. But then again, accepting bad advice and not following through, instead of thinking about it, searching within this power, this need, this desire, this wellspring that you have. If it's in you, then go through with it with confidence, with strength, with yearning. Because if not for the grace of God, there go you. There go you. You will follow exactly in their footsteps. You will keep meeting this dead end, this world in reverse, this making it transform you into this unhappy, bitter, negative Nancy. You changing your name, Libra? You changing your name to Libra? Or are you going to be a student, one that listens, one that strives with passion and desire, one that seeks the truth, pays attention to smaller details, and defends their actions, their course, their path? Perseveres no matter how much it looks like it's stacked against you. Following through and waiting for this communication, or being able to communicate or make this action or have this time. This time I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards for a summary to make sure that I'm kind of delivering to my Libras the advice that they require. 3 cards, please. 3 cards for summary for my Libras reading. Step out of your fear. Walk through that new door. These fears that bind, these self-imposed limitations. See the Empress in reverse. And it may be difficult at first. You may not see the fruits of your labor at first, but at least you'll have completed. At least you'll have it moved in fear. You'll have moved past fear and limitation. Death in reverse. And I know this is usually what it is it's a it's a being able to allow things to transform you, right? But don't let it transform the good in you, the part that moves forward, right? Allow the positive parts in you to thrive and succeed and to continue to grow, while the parts of you that no longer need, the parts in you that you no longer need fall away and get tilled up, you know? At this point, it seems to be like this negative outlook, these fears, this impatience. Step through that new door, step through that new cycle, and yes, you are not going to see the benefits and the outcome. It's not going to be grass green everywhere as soon as you get there. You'll probably still have to sow seeds, but this time it's going to be your yard. This time it's going to be your backyard. This time it's going to be yours. It'll be that thing that you waited for. It might be the strip version. It might be the base concept, but it'll be what you were waiting for. That thing that you needed, that thing that you desired. Don't be afraid to trust your own intuition. Go within to find the answers and step through the door in your path. You don't necessarily need to veer off or take a detour into somebody else's woeful acknowledgement of what they did. You can learn from them and go your own path. So, Libra, hopefully this reading has given you what you needed for this week. Next week, we're going to be looking into a relationship read where I pull 4 cards for the person that you're in a relationship with. I pull 4 cards for you and how you perceive yourself, and then 4 cards for the relationship and how it will turn about. I hope to see you there. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified next week. And if you'd like to see a little bit more, you can stop by dreadjivetarot.com and check out a personal read. Don't forget to subscribe there at the website so you'll be entered into the weekly free one-on-one tarot reading with me. Until next time, Libra, thanks for stopping by at Dread Jive.